Hello, welcome back to Mustard Train. In today's episode, I will be drinking a whole bottle of mustard live on air. I'm doing it right now, but I'm also talking. Yep, how you doing? How's it going? Good to see you. Uh, I'm not doing too bad. Thanks for asking. Uh, Not a whole lot. It's 8 p.m. Got the late in the day, but comfortably late, far enough away from stream time recording slot here, and yeah, hanging out. At this point, you can probably guess what I've been doing today, so I won't tell you. But I have been working on some of my projects finally. I started one of them. I got it like probably about 30% done, I would say. And after I finish this recording, I'm gonna go try to knock out some more of it. But I was like, you know what? I should do Monster Train. I've been liking these afternoon slash evening recordings myself. I realized I call this period of time in my day afternoon, and I call when I wake up the morning, even though that is incorrect, right? Because I wake up in the afternoon and it is currently night. But I think that what time of day it is subjective. The morning is when you wake up, and the night is when you go to bed, and you just kind of shift around that. Get out of here, hoodie. That's beside the point. Anyway, let's play Monster Train. Shall we? I think so. I think so. People seem to enjoy the. Well, first of all, I went last night when I was about to go to bed. I was like 100% certain I did not upload Monster Train yesterday. I did, but I was so certain that I did not upload Monster Train 2 days ago for you now, the Cultivate Siren run. I don't know why, but I was like, I looked and I went, oh shit, I didn't upload a video today. I did, but second of all, people seem to like the no DLC run, so I may try to do that once a week or so. Keep your eyes peeled for that, your ears out, if you will. I had fun playing it, so we can probably expect to do some more of that as well. And I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to tell you. Darkest Dungeon is on hold for now. I will probably do Darkest Dungeon next, and then I will probably play Darkest Dungeon sometime next week. Let me look at the calendar real quick for you. Right, so my projects are all due 14th, 15th. So if I were to guess, I would say you could probably. I'm not gonna, I'll give you a time frame. Maybe this just doesn't come to pass, but I want to give you a time frame for me to aim for. I'm gonna try and start putting Monster Train Darkest Dungeon 2 up again a week from today. That's our goal. I'm gonna try to get another run recorded Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'll start putting them up on Thursday. That's the plan. All right, there you go. Plan enacted. Otherwise, let me ask you a question for today, and let's begin. I will remind you every now and then, now that we've done like 230 episodes of The Last Divinity, there's going to probably be some repeat questions, and that's just going to be okay. I don't remember all of the questions I've asked. I have a feeling for what I've asked you, but I don't know. But today's question is, do you use wireless peripherals? Like, do you use a wireless mouse, a wireless headset, a wireless anything? That's what I want to hear. I do have two things wireless now. I used to be an all-wired gamer, but my mouse and my headphones are wireless now, and I gotta tell you, being able to just spin around in my chair, really sick. My old headphones also, I used to have to buy replacement cables a lot because the cables wore out, so it's pretty cool to have wireless headsets for that as well. My microphone is also wired in, of course, but I don't know, I guess you can get a wireless microphone. I wonder how that works. Well, anyway, with that out of the way, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's begin the run. It is Explosive Sigil Daedalus, Curse Fel Sap Seraph, Tripfall Bogfly Memento Mori, or Fade today. Wurmkin secondary as well. I'm okay with a little Serrated Mandibles Wurmkin secondary. You know, as is becoming tradition, I'm going to take a second here. First of all, I'm on the wrong scene. I'm on the streaming scene if someone were to come into Twitch chat right now. I'm going to go look back to our last Little Fade run. Our last Little Fade run was the Big Sludge Little Fade. I have no idea what was in that run, but I think that was an Eternal Flame run. I'm going to play Firelight today. I'm pretty sure we played Eternal Flame last time, so we're going to play Firelight today. Firelight synergizes pretty well with having 5 pings that kill her. These pings are good. This trial is scary. But we have Reap. In this combat, I am probably not going to play that much around Little Fade. I'm also going to daze this enemy and just let him walk up like that. Gives me a little more time to get settled in here. Maybe that's wrong, because now maybe I missed Primitive Mold. Uncertain. The Serrated Mandibles. I got this mixed up with the Reap one. I mean, they're all the Reap one. But I got this mixed up with +1 Reap. I don't know. I don't actually know what it's called, though. This one is good, don't get me wrong. I think it might be better in our starter position here. Don't care about this enemy. What's the other one called? It's like Decayed Decoy is what it's called. Got it. Yeah, we're gonna be fine here. Yeah, it took 6 as my opener with Little Fade, which is fine. I do think Serrated Mandibles is worth more than Decayed Decoy because it's gonna be worth 2 Reap every time I play an Infused card, which is worth a little more. Right, 2 Reap? No, it's worth 1. No, it is 2. Reap 1 twice. I was right. Draft here, 100%. Not a question. Normally I would pick Echo Transfer, but you don't need Echo Transfer here. I'm down for an Ancient Resonance. We have all of the offensive unit scaling we need in Little Fade, so you can just pick Ancient Resonance for a little assistance through the mid-game here. I would like to play, you know what would be cool here? Surprise, surprise, Keeper of Echoes. I choose you. Yeah, I go right here and I just put multi-strike on whatever unit they show me. Yeah, sick, really cool. Absolutely happy to play multi-strike 1, Keeper of Echoes, maybe even just draft infuse it? That's a little weird. That's a little weird. You can play this run by doing, I should say, you can definitely play this run by doing multi-strike plus 25 draft, duplicate that as many times as you want, and just fill a floor and remove a lot, but that run is harder to play, I feel like. I really like taking a draw priority unit here. If I could just assign draw priority to the draft, that would be a free run though. So. I want to think about draft on Keeper of Echo. I think it's not good now and it's worth considering a lot later, but I'm probably just going to duplicate Keeper right away. Probably take energy so I never get the double Keeper Doom draw. Although I do like taking draw in this run. Maybe you don't duplicate it yet. Maybe it's fine. We are pretty strong, but I don't want to take the invasion trial because I will take pyre damage and I want to have pyre damage or pyre health to play with here. Back on my bullshit playing Fade bottom floor. But it feels right just to get her dead and in the cycle. This actually is probably wrong. Now that I look at it, this is probably wrong. It's okay, we're gonna see where, because like my man here burns out now, right? And that's what's wrong. Now if I pull Fade back, it's pretty bad. And indeed I do. It's just careless of me, right? And it's probably fine, but I should have also counted that. It's probably fine, but I shouldn't be careless like this. Yeah. Yeah. What do you got for me? Draft? He does quite a bit of damage. And then if I daze, that's 95. I mean, worst case here, if I die, I just replay it and go, yeah, well, you know. Little Fade, am I right, fellas? 58, 84. I should have played the Train Steward first. What is this? 84. Yeah, this is fine. If I had played the Train Steward first, I would have gotten a little more damage out. Yeah, I think I would have taken 6 less. I took 12 damage there because I was extremely lazy and didn't count or think. But, you know. Take Purifying Cleanse. Card's very good. I like Bounding Echoes or nothing here. I think it's nothing. I feel like at this point I just need to make card removals happen. And I should probably play a little smarter. So let's go right. Let's take a little look-see at health, or let's take a look at the unit first. Right, this is the interesting one, is if they show me Keeper of Echoes. Do I do I want to do an infusion on Keeper of Echoes, right? Is it just self-infuse? It's fine. It is okay. You know what? Sure, let's do it. Here's the idea, right? Here's the game plan. I'm gonna do this one into this one. And then I'm gonna duplicate it, but we're not gonna play Firelight Fade with it right now. I don't need to yet. And I should have checked the caverns first. Thankfully did not get punished, but you should check the caverns first there. Heaven's Gold is probably the best option. Nothing. It could take. I just take Heaven's Gold. I don't want to play Gift of Gratitude. I feel like Gift of Gratitude is probably worth about 80 gold, which is not much. Not a ton. And I think my overarching plan here is drop Keeper up here. You know what? I'm gonna do a little finagling here. I'm gonna play Fade up here and then Drift Baller to dodge the Ember Drain. Don't really need to. I would have much rather done like Ancient Resonance to kill this floor off, but that wasn't an option. And now I can play Keeper of Echoes, Bogfly. I don't want to play. I think I will in fact play Purifying Cleanse on the Bogfly. I just want to get the Echoes a roll in here. I should just not play Fade, right? It's a weird position where I don't want to play Fade, but not too crazy, I guess. You're 4 dead. I want to be safe and pick this enemy off. Oh, that's awkward. I can still play Primitive Mold, right? I need one of my Serrated Mandibles hits to go on the guy. Okay, this enemy in the back just took 4. Fuck you, buddy. That is extremely unlikely, but not the end of the world. I just wanted to be safe against damage here. This guy could have hurt me, but more importantly, he does 18, which I wanted to avoid. Alas. Just reap up and hang out. That's not great. 5, 10, 15. I can kill 2 here if I play Fade Draft. That's really good, actually. That lightens the blow a little bit. Shut up, I need to see if this enemy dies. Oh, shut up. There we go. Holy moly. Yeah, we just fracture up here. And I should have put the Bogfly down first. That's my bad. I didn't realize I wanted to play it. I was thinking I was going to want to replay something up there, but that's not the case. I don't want to replay anything up there. And I may as well replay Fade, though. Oh my god, fucking WhatsApp. Every time, man. Alright, get the shit out of here. It's gone. At least this time it happened early. Or maybe that's bad. I don't know. You'd think by now I would just remember to mute that group chat, but I have to be attentive and I just leave it open throughout the day, and then I go to record and I just forget it's there. Classic conundrum. This is 80 damage. May as well. Can't put Burnout on the boss. One of the hypotheses here is that Purifying Cleanse here is right. I mean, it's definitely right. He's going to have 2 rounds either way. With the heal, he lives 2 rounds. Without the heal, he lives 2 rounds. Doesn't really matter. Daedalus is going to die. This is scaling pretty well, even without Fade. I'm worried that I don't have the Burnout. Okay, never mind. I'm going to play Hallowed Halls. Yeah, I'm just going to play Hallowed Halls. I don't mind Hallowed Keeper nonsense. Oh my god. Oh shit. You know what's broken? You know what's really, really strong? Kinhost Carapace infused draft with Hallowed Halls. It's too late for me to do this, but This is a very strong line. Because you get 15-15 every time the draft gets killed and reformed by Hallowed Halls. 5-5 on the reform, and then 10-10 from the Kinho's Carapace summon trigger. People have told me Kinho's Carapace is actually kind of cool with Hallowed Halls, and like, I don't disbelieve it. But also, this is not the time for it. It's a little late. How worried am I about the Doom draw? I mean, with Hallowed Halls, I'm definitely incentivized to take energy. So I'm going to take energy. And we're going to look at... I don't need this. I would have liked health, but I'm going to go look at Unstable Vortex. We need to get some units out of this deck. And we go tunnel every magic shop looking for... I'm going to take Precious Plating. I'm going to go tunnel every magic shop and look for Holdover. And the, like, perfect world, Holdover here. Value Stone duplicate here. I'm not gonna take this Divine Horde though. And we will go Firelight 2. Is it Burnout? It is Burnout 2. Okay. Alright, let's go. Don't click Divine Horde. I gotta delay my gratification. And I do not want this armor trial. We want to play it cool through this mid game, like 4, 5, 6. We want to be careful, and then once Hallowed Hall starts popping, we just pop with it. Again, I feel like I let these two guys do their thing top floor, and I ignore Exhibit A like this, and I'm going to let the Reap do a lot of the heavy lifting on these enemies that would otherwise get away from me here. Reap is going to offer a pretty sizable chunk. Although, maybe not enough. Maybe I should play Fade up here. I already see Purifying Cleanse? I did already see Purifying Cleanse. You know, let's throw Fade at this. It's not enough right now. So let's roll some dice. I got one Primitive Mold, I got one Hallowed Halls. I do have this bug in my way now. Yeah, even with Fade, I'm getting hit. For what it's worth here, if this Clipped Guardian was not my foe, if this guy wasn't here, I would not have done this line. Okay, so I just pulled back Fade. What do we know right now? What do we know right now? What we know is that I am not going to draw a Reform next turn. What does that mean? It means that I should play Fade and not play Hallowed Halls, I believe. Because if I play Hallowed Halls, these guys are going to come back at 1 burnout, which is not enough. So I'm going to play Draft Hallowed Halls down here. Just trying to mitigate my damage taken a little bit. Because now I have a turn to draw a Reform card and not take a lot of damage. Fracture doesn't do enough unless it rolls. Right. I needed both of those here. So what we're gonna do instead is play Fall. Not Bogfly though. It'll die naturally now. Or maybe I have to play one more card on it. If I'm lucky, I pull a Reform and we get to have Fade die or some shit. Yeah, this is good. Now I need to pull Fade. Alright, that's okay. I get to keep one of them. Like this. Okay. It's a tricky one with this burnout. It comes back, it's a little Fade. That little Fade is good enough to win. I think she's good enough to win it. I guess I shouldn't play that fly, because if I pull back the Keeper, it's bad, right? I get Hallowed Halls here. Play Ancient Resonance. This unit is dying. So, there's two schools of thought here for what you're supposed to do. Option A is play Hallowed Halls, send it, and hope for the best. Option B is this unit might be... Let's see, he's getting 2 burnout. It's really close, and I might have enough if I play Ancient Resonance, right? Let's do some math. So you got 4 rounds at 100 damage. Plus 20, so we do, no, he's definitely dying on the round where he burns out. For sure. If I primitive mold into draft, I think it's good too. Ah, you see, this is where the misplay is. I'm gonna play Hallowed Halls. And if I die, we just reset. It's okay. I shouldn't have played the fly. My bad. I think it's okay. It is not okay. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and reset this one. This is my bad. I'm not really in the... I gotta be honest with you, I'm really not in the little fade mindset right now. Very much a roll my eyes champion these days. Alright, I'll play it out basically the same. Maybe I just don't put this Bogfly in the reform pool, but I can get it out. It's fine. Did I put this here last time? I don't know. I didn't do the drip fall idea. That's alright. Wait, this enemy didn't die. That's alright. I'm just gonna follow the little fade idea here. Follow through. This is, what, 6? This should be enough. Should be enough that I get the bonus stats without a problem there. Right, so now... what do I get? I get a little fade. Yeah, and then... I played this. I know I said I wasn't going to put stuff in my reform pool, but I lied to you. Classic mistake. I told you something and then I did the opposite. Got ya. What does Fade come back at? She's like... she's actually pretty high stats. I want this marksman to walk up. I'm pretty sure. Because I need Fade to die, assuming I draw a reform. If I don't draw a reform, then it's, oh, right, or I just don't reform Fade here, potentially. I get Bogfly. We keep 1. Start picking off these backliners. And... oh, I should have kept the other keeper alive. This is a mistake. It's fine, I can just fall out of this, but I lose 5 HP on this guy. I should have just used him as a tank. Gives me a little fade. I play a little fade. I play fracture. And now I don't mess up my reform idea here, right? There you go. See how much easier that was when I just used my brain? I still lose. 25 damage. It's definitely wrong to play Hallowed Halls. I just need to throw the fracture at him and I'll live. Yeah, he lives at fucking 1? He lives at 1! That's unbelievable. Alright, go back and watch this combat, but tell me where I missed 1 damage on this boss. It's definitely somewhere. Yeah, this is the old little fade, but I didn't get a good burnout option for extension. This might be a Sacred Wicks angle. This card's actually really good because it has purple on it too. Definitely a good take. And it could take Power of Knowledge. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. Can't believe that boss lived at 1 there. It's fine. I'm going Magic Shop, of course. You're gonna show me Holdover. Yeah. I'm not gonna fuck around with ideal scenarios. I'm gonna go Holdover -1 and make 2 of this card, and that's going to be plenty. Ideal scenario game plan is cool, but it's not realistic. If I miss Value Stone, this is just a much worse card now. So I go through and I just start purging units. Yeah. I think I could take the money here. I don't have much else to spend my pack shards on, and we did just get a lot stronger. So I'm gonna take the money and I'm going to use it to remove... I want to remove Bogflies next. And then Draft goes. Draft gets to stay because he's purple right now. And that gives me 2 procs. Oh, hey, that's a really scary boss. Uh-huh. Quick water break there. Okay. So this is the double keeper doom draw. This is why we took 4 energy. I believe we played top floor and just slam Hallowed Halls every turn. That's my expectation. And I just make big number here. Most likely. Okay, or Hallowed Halls is going to be very late. No, I'll take more damage if I let him, like if I wait. He's gonna do a lot more. I got a little fade to live there, but the Reap was worth it. This is tough. This might actually be an angle. If I lose this fight, I made a mistake again, and I should have just let these keepers hang out without fade. It is possible that that's right. Against a, actually maybe, can I keep Little Fade alive? Oh my god, do I have to, like, tactical extract Little Fade here? Hold on. What if you do this? No, it's terrible. Okay. Because nothing's died from Memento Mori. But, like, what if... Because the problem here is burnout. It's nothing else. It's just burnout on this boss is too hard to beat. I should have thought a little more about this. What if I do this? And I take my hits here. Let me see how it goes. He's not gonna do a lot. He does 4. Yeah, get exactly enough health to die there. You play like Primitive Mold, Sacred Wicks, Ancient Resonance here. Throw Fade at the boss to try and buy some time. My problem is that this is probably not enough health, right? Make this. Maybe it's enough. I don't think it's enough damage. Let's look. Oh, it's enough. It's a strange idea. I could have planned that out ahead of time and probably saved that 4 damage, but I didn't really realize it until later that the idea is to play Fade and then get her out of there. I took 10. I just don't have the burnout to live that boss is the problem. And Hallowed Halls isn't going to stack up enough in that little bit of time. But I could have thought ahead a little more. But now I go get second Hallowed Halls and everything becomes easy. The only thing that can really... Also, I had to pivot there because my Hallowed Halls was so late. Initially, I was okay with just dropping Fade bottom floor, or dropping Fade and going in there. But not after Hallowed Halls was bottom of the deck. That heal effect is okay. Increases space lets me sneak the draft in there, which is a lot of damage, actually. Yeah, okay, I wasn't going to take this, but increases space lets me get that draft in for Hallowed Halls, which is cool. 65, so I need to take 35, right? So I need to take 25 and 10. I'm gonna look for intrinsic old magic. Spell Chain Purifying Cleanse was also pretty good. So I'll take 15 here. I have to take, when I take 15, I have to take 10, right? Or no? 10? No, I do have to take them together. Or I just go over by 5. It's fine to take a Purge Stone here and just purge, like... Honestly, Memento Mori. Although this is going to be a big damage spell. I'll just go over on Pack Shards by 5. It's okay. Take 25 here, and then you take 15 here, right? It's 80. Oh, wait, no, that's not enough, right? No, that should be enough. Yeah, it's 90. It's 105. Okay, never mind. Did my math wrong there for a second. Okay. So the only thing that can go really, really wrong here is, like, worst possible case is Keeper, Hallowed Halls, turn 1. But that would be unbelievable. It's actually impossible against Fel, too. Fel insulates us against that because of Ultimate Penance. Yeah, I'm gonna take a bunch of curses, but it's okay. I got the health. I have the health and I have the time. Oh, I am going to just miss my next turn though. Yeah. This can be bad. This one's being a little annoying to pilot because I don't feel like playing against Curse Fell. Yeah, bad turn though. It's not the end of the world. 2, 3. I could have played the draft. 2 of the Curse Boys go away. I need to draw a Reform here, or else I die though. Okay. Probably gonna have to die and then replay. Which is annoying. Get rid of the 2. I have one more turn, but no, I'm gonna die. It's just like double Hallowed Hall's bottom of the deck. Very gross. Yeah, like I have 2 Hallowed Halls and they're both at the bottom of the deck, so what do? You die. But we'll play it again. We'll play it again. I thought about this being potentially a problem, and I don't know. This is a run that I should just take the loss on, or play at a different time of day, because I really am just not playing it out well. I need to do... It's actually, like, there's not really a good angle here, is there? With both Hallowed Halls at the bottom, it is very hard to find a line that doesn't lose here, I think. Because all of my scaling is at the bottom of the deck, and I just get super slowed. I think that the idea is we try to reap down the Curse Boys and lessen the blow. I think I maybe give up a Keeper here. Which feels horrible. Really bad. It feels really bad. I can kill one Absolver, but I think I give up a Keeper and kill all 3. Right? And then I just hope I draw back around to him in time. I think so. I think the draft can act as an intermediary. This really what I'm learning here is that as cool as it is to play this Keeper of Echoes idea, it's horrible. Like, it's really bad. Why is it so bad? He's too expensive. Being forced to take energy is not good. It's very not good. But now I have like 2 more turns of time bought, and I can get around a little bit more. But this is like, again, this is only really a line that I play because I know. I guess if you think about it, it's the safest line, but I don't know, it might not even be enough still, actually. It might be so doomed. I don't think so, though. I mean, I have to draw Hallowed Halls next turn, right? You have to prioritize killing the Curse Boys. I didn't. That's all. But now it starts to... Now we get to actually scale up, but this guy's just way too expensive, it feels like. Oh, hey, there's an interesting thing with Fade and Hallowed Halls I didn't know. Huh. You see that? If she, like, units in front of her, they don't get the value. That's interesting. And at this point, if I die here, I just die here and we go on. It's fine. We move on with our day. I think it should be fine. Thank you. Shout out to the draft that holds us down here. It's scary to Hallowed Halls again, I think. But I'm going to do it. I think I need to for the burnout. Alright, it's fine. Take a lot of curse damage though. It's definitely a position where I guess maybe going into Curse Foul you want to think about. You can go die down here. If you go into Curse Foul you want to think about your potential. Like, maybe you take draw, basically is what I want to say, but that doesn't seem right. You always take energy into Curse Foul. I think that it's really just a position where just don't low roll is the answer to how do I win this the first time around. Obviously I can play around what if I low roll, but I wonder if you're supposed to. What are the odds that you get both Hallowed Halls that well? I guess it's not that crazy low odds, right? Not out of the world. I don't know how I feel about it. Like this is maybe in a different run at a different time of day. I maybe think this out a little more and I play around it. And maybe I play around the bottom deck both Hallowed Halls idea, but it seems so unintuitive to give up my second keeper there, right? Seems like it to me anyway. Oh, Formless Child. Wonder how this works. Not gonna find out. What might draw? I mean, now it should be smooth sailing from here, but they are scaling a little slowly. It's pretty dependent on if Fade goes in front or not. It feels like it should be fine, but Draft gets to stay. Bogfly probably gets to stay as well. Just start cutting out every card. I want to clear all the non-purples out, I think. I also have to take 25 here. Intrinsic was one of the ideas for old Magic. And then... sure, let's take an Extreme Stone, why not? Give ourselves a Fade upgrade. And... may as well make something. Actually, why would I make anything cost less here? I'm just gonna play Hallowed Halls every turn. Sharpshoot Pulley Claw, I'm okay. I think you really just want to funnel all of your gold into removals. I don't really care about this. I guess, you know, let's make Old Magic cost one less, actually. That matters. That does matter. Because that can, if I draw at turn one with both keepers, I can lose them. I do not trust this game to not double infuse me here. Yeah, only single infuse. Still bad, but not as bad. I think I should just kill Fade on cooldown, and I should be sniping enemies where I can. Gross. No collector. Why is this guy... oh! Hey, there's something really important happening here. Do you see it? Do you see the important thing happening here? Reap triggers after burnout ticks. I didn't know that, did you? You play your last primitive mold that you need to play. You get a little Fade in front, and then you slam that Hallowed Halls. That gives, hopefully, enough damage. No, it does not. Move this out of the way, then. The reason that this is death is because Draft is in front. This is a position where Hallowed Halls can roll bad positioning and I lose damage. And like, it's just like, it's really just an annoying run to play Hallowed Halls, I feel like. Sacred Wix is good. You should play it so that you can position behind Fade before the Hallowed Halls, I feel. Like, every time Draft rolls in the front, it's just terrible news. It's not the end of the world, because I have Ancient Resonance and things of that nature, but the good side of what we're doing here is the renewable health. I just need my units to roll with not Draft in front, and everything's okay. May as well throw the Bogfly in the mix, right? There's not a reason not to. Kinda wish that little Fade's burnout passed on. Like, I wish he was giving them enhanced burnout so they would live longer. You may as well take your Reap. Fade is a 50-46. That is a lot of stats on little Fade. Obviously not a high attack, but otherwise. Let's see where we end up. This is also maybe a position where, like, when you roll like this, maybe you don't play Hallowed Halls again. I'm going to play Hallowed Halls again, but maybe you don't. My Draft is up to 83 HP. I was gonna say he is now immortal, but that is incorrect. This is an enemy that does 75. Now he's immortal. Transcendent even. This is also a run that, even though it's very free, I do have to sit here and play Hallowed Halls, and the animation plays every time. Let's just end turn. I don't need to play any more Hallowed Halls. I win this. I think that this is a good run though that highlights some of the wrongs you can do with Little Fade though. It's not like this is a terrible position that we played here. It's fine, it's Hallowed Hall's Little Fade, but I don't really like it. That's the real takeaway here. I don't really like it. I don't think I like Hallowed Hall's Little Fade that much. It seems like it should be really good, and like Hallowed Hall's is really good, but it takes so long to get to this point where you get to go click on Wax or Snuffer and go, wow, you look at all of this. I'll take a Lightstone casing too. I'll make these Hallowed Halls free before I dupe them up. Or I'll make one of them free. I'm going to be making a third Hallowed Halls here. I said I was going to funnel everything into... these are really bad. I said I was going to funnel everything into removals, but that is no longer the case. 0 cost Hallowed Halls. 0. I realized as well recently, I call it energy in this game, I'm pretty sure. I know they call it Ember, right? And it's all very fire based, but it will never not call it energy, I think. It's an interesting thing. You're very scary. An infused one of these is extremely terrifying. Let's get to work, I suppose. Hold magic for the extra space. Let's get Hallowed Halls a-rolling. We do have double extinguish triggers now with Little Fade, so, you know. She does act, nothing scary anymore, that's right. I have double extinguish triggers on Little Fade. I guess if Fade goes in the back every time from here on, it can be bad. Even second from the back is fine, as long as someone is getting the stats. Now I am going to give up a lot of armor here, but I believe it's correct. Your draft, need you dead. It should be fine, probably. As long as Fade doesn't go in the back again. Maybe I just die here though if this goes wrong. Possible. That looks a little bad. Never mind. Thank you, Serrated Mandible. As always, very cool. Also the stat increases. I did give that guy 120 armor though, which is a little rough. Oh, the stat increases made the front keeper live. That's what happened there. Yeah. Like, I just... 1 or 2 fades in the front is going to be good enough, I think. I do also think I'm going to be skipping next turn Little Fade. Something seems worthy of skipping Hallowed Halls. I said Little Fade there. Something seems worthy of skipping Hallowed Halls here. You tell me what you think it is. Totally. I do believe it's right. I think if I Hallowed Halls, I'm putting myself in a potential doom position. I'll do a one. That's 75 armor. If I play this, I give up 300 attack to the enemies. I'm going to be taking my 15 damage and we're going to move on with our day. Where is Little Fade in here? She's second. Yeah, let's take our 15 damage and we go, okay, thank you, game. I don't think it's right to throw the run there. Look at this guy who keeps spawning in front versus the guy who keeps spawning in back. The guy in back has like 400 attack at this point. Fade, what are you doing back there? It'll never die, so I have to play it. But like, Fade, what are you doing back there? Look at these stats. 1100 damage to Seraph on that turn. I'm probably entering end turn territory. Is this end turn territory? I think this is end turn territory. At least I'm gonna not play the Hallowed Halls on the floor. I'll still hold them over in case I need them, but I think I'm okay. I'm gonna save myself like 5 minutes of animation watching by not doing any more animation watching. Here, I'll refresh when these guys die. No, I should do it now, I guess. Wish I could queue it up at least. There we go. Fade in front. Acceptable. But yeah, I think that this run would be better overall if you played it with the draft idea, I think. Let me look, actually. I'll look, I'll just look now. Where were the hell vents? They're here, so you get a plus 25 multi-strike draft, and then you have a second one here going into Bogworm. Or you could do a self-infuse, but that's a little weird. Going into Bogworm? I said going into Daedalus. Into Bogworm. It's worth thinking about, I think. The problem is you might just die, but I feel like our keepers were strong enough. But it was only strong enough because we had 2 of them. It's an interesting one. I don't know. Harvest Wave on this fight might ruin me. It is a bit of a slow start if Fade doesn't go in front. Might even be right to try to not play Hallowed Halls a few turns in a row. I will do Fade Keeper. You can play Hallowed Halls on this turn. No reason not to anyway, because Fade's gonna die to the sweep no matter what you do. Make sure I reap the spike. Maybe I could reap the harvest, but that seems unlikely. This is a good thing I made these free. Fade, what are you doing back there? At little Fade, what are you doing? I should start picking off some of these guys. Or at least reaping them up. But this isn't looking too good. Alright, let's play 3 Hallowed Halls, and if it's still not looking too good, I'll start to feel worried. How we doing, Fade? She's in the back, that's bad. It's not good. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Yeah. Overall, I think this run would just look like 10 times better if we played it with, what's his name? Harvest Baron instead. Or like, just a unit that doesn't cost 2, so I can take draw early. That's what I think here. I also think I'm not liking how this looks. This is bad. Step forward. I think what I need to do here, and it's very scary to do it, but I need to split the harvests. I'm missing some value by not having Hogfly in here, but that's okay. Hey, good order. That's good. Now I just want to have, I want to have it spawn like this again, and one more time would be ideal. Or Fade in front. Yeah, Fade front too. I think even just having that happen twice there is enough to win. Like two Fade spawns in front is probably enough to set us for victory here. Oh, another thing that would have made this run a lot easier is if the Hallowed Halls was infused, I think. Can I play this up here? No. Oh, you do this. Okay, I see it. I get it now. You do this, and then you play your Hallowed Halls out without Fade in there. And you go put her down. That's the play. Got it. Yeah, I think splitting the armor harvest was important, because that was going to be 20 armor per hit instead of 10, which is much larger. Actually, I do it again here too, where I just put Fade in front. I think she dies, though. I could do this. I think I do that. It's going to be a lot of armor, but these enemies are going to die. This is overwhelming damage at this point. I don't think there's any amount of single harvest armor that's going to change the fact that I'm doing like 370 overkill. And every time Fade goes in front, it goes up even more. Yeah, I think it's enough. Double harvest waves is a little scary though. I don't think it should be enough, but it's a little scary. I never got rid of this fucking 440 damage. That's a lot. That's quite a bit. As always, next time Fade. You get him next time Fade. Here you go. The spell shield. It's okay. I did drop a Hallowed Halls there, but I'm not playing it on this turn. Oh, hey, one of these enemies actually lives. Incredible. What if I do this? Hilarious. I mean, this armor, you can't do that. You can't play this Hallowed Halls. That is a killer Hallowed Halls. If this wasn't Harvest Wave, I could do it. But that Hallowed Halls, that's a killer. Imagine if that guy killed me there. That would be wild. You'll get there, Bogfly. I believe in you, buddy. Oh, I think Seraph's actually gonna die. Oh yeah, he's dead as fuck here, right? No. Oh, because Fade lives. I see. 15, 20. He's dead to reap. Let's go. There we go. It was a much more. Oh, he died because that Bogfly lived. Incredibly. It was a much harder run than it seemed like it was going to be, but there's a few factors that made that happen. No burnout in our starter, plus no burnout in our first draft. We took draft instead, and not a great, I mean, a good enough burnout card, but just one of burnout in the deck is not enough to keep your units alive in the early game. And then in the late game, the problem was our deck is too expensive. And particularly at Cursefell, it's hard. I'd be interested to see how this run plays if you don't do Keeper of Echoes. I feel like I perpetually play this unit, and it's never good. I really, really want Keeper of Echoes to be good, and it never feels as good as it feels like it should be. Like, he's just not a great scaler. I think the problem is that you usually need to have 3 of them. Once you get 3 of them, you start getting some big numbers, though, right? You get it's Steel Enhancer every time you play a card for the whole floor. That stuff's pretty good, but I feel like in my mind, the Keeper of Echoes high roll is like sketches for keepers and then Infector Spine Chief, and you have an intrinsic ascend or descend to move Spine Chief into the floor with them. And that is pretty strong. But outside of doing that, I feel like Keeper of Echoes just isn't that good. But I want him to be good, man. He's my alpha fiend. Oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.